Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SRDice. We have now titled this untitled project.
It's titled. That's how you know it's official.
Yep,
That's
SRDice.
right.
Hello, everybody.
I hope you are all enjoying the new UI, the Astro Eye and the Arc. Well, the UI was made by Nick, but the little bubbles, that's innovation. That's SR innovation.
Klabss got a mug for that.
I got a mug and it doesn't work, and I'm trying to get a refund. I'm getting a refund on my mug. The mug broke.
I'm glad I already know that the mug is a temperature changing mug, and not that it's just it doesn't work because there isn't a bottom to it or something.
Oh yeah, it's just a tiny hole.
There's not a hole in my mug. They made it out of temperature changing material. I put boiling water in and nothing changed.
That's hilarious.
But in any case, we arrive back at our civilization. So small, yet so actually there's no hope. I was going to say so much hope, but we literally have a scarcity of hope.
We don't have that much hope.
No hope.
Perhaps we'll have an abundance at some point. Who knows? Who's
At
to
some
say?
point. Who is to say?
Last we left off, we were 3 weeks from the end of spring, and Himius Quite proposed that we send, for his project, he is sending a very enthusiastic, very charismatic member of the community to go and try and start some sort of talk with the military men who are studying some of the crystals.
And to be fair, I never said that he was terribly charismatic, just that he was very enthusiastic.
Oh, he's very enthusiastic. That's right. He's just very enthusiastic.
Stop the war now, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna
Come on,
make it work
guys.
together. I'm very intrigued to see how you're going to end this one. Quite.
We have friendship,
we don't have hope, but we have friendship.
and that's what counts. Now it's my turn to receive a card.
You've drawn the Eight of Hearts,
Okay.
which means an old piece of machinery is discovered, broken, but perhaps repairable. What is it, and what would it be useful for? Or an old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed and dangerous. How does the community destroy it?
Wow.
Okay, so I wrote notes last time we recorded for some of the cards that were remaining in spring. And the note that I got, the note that I wrote for the 8th was a magic weapon with the blue metal that we were discovering.
So was that the one they wanted to destroy?
Is this an ancient weapon?
Yes.
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
not sure. I'm not sure if there's anyone in the community that knows how to properly use it.
That's fair.
All right.
So we had these people. We had the story of people who forged, what was it, something out of bones? And
There's a rumor.
As the story goes.
There's a rumor in the past that an entity took the bones of man to forge this magical alchemical blue ore.
okay.
Though, if that were true, it would be likely to be more found in, a specific deposit. This is found underneath the ground. There may be reason why this is the legend behind the ore, but it's unlikely to be entirely true.
Interesting. So it could be, obviously, somehow could have something to do with that. I'm unsure.
For sure. How about we just draw a really funky design for it? And we can just keep it on something to think about, right?
Sure. I like that.
I say maybe you don't need to describe what it is and what it's useful for, other than it's a weapon and it's useful for destroying things.
Yeah,
You know what?
that's the use.
It's fair.
It doesn't have to do anything fancy. It can just be made of the thing.
How about it's like a really big cone with no handle. It's just a big cone, and it's
just a big cone.
It's just a big cone?
Yeah, but if they
Yeah.
know, they're all right, this says inscriptions of it causing mass destruction. Maybe we should make sure no one gets their hands on this.
Yeah.
All right.
VLC media player.
Sure.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and draw that on the map somewhere. And while you are drawing blue cone, what would you like to do?
While I draw the blue cone, I'm gonna draw it over here.
All right, they go and discover it to like the northwest.
Yeah.
What are the options again for the actions to take once you've drawn a card?
Yeah.
Once you've drawn a card, you are able to start a community discussion, start a project, or go discover something.
So here it was, in this case, this cone is being destroyed, or was it the other one that they just found it?
They just found it, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Maybe they could plan on destroying it, but that could be another project, just because it's like a hard, maybe.
I see.
I don't know, could do something interesting, maybe scrap it.
Flushed emoji. Does this community have any farms, or do we even do we have a reliable food source?
No, I don't think
We
so.
probably
No,
need
we're
We probably need that,
we're mostly living off hunting right now, I believe.
hunting some
Okay,
blue deer.
the guy.
Yeah.
Not successfully, may I add.
Not successfully.
It's hunting us.
Also, I realized I'm missing a card in my deck, so I'm gonna add it.
Okay, in that case,
I propose that we clear out somewhere. I don't know where, but we should clear out some space and start. Actually, do we even have any crops?
That's a good.
How about we start a project to get some crops?
Yes, we start a project to get some crops.
Go
We're
ahead and
going
just draw
down.
like a little square or something. And
We're
that'll
going-
be fine. You don't have
Yeah.
to overthink it.
Good.
Cool. All right.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
That means it is moving to me. And also, we need to finish. Let's first finish up a couple of our projects. One project that is now finished is the amenities. So these are pretty bare bone amenities. They were made pretty fast and loosely over 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not luxuries, but I think they do bring the community together quite a bit to be able to have a better source of hot water baths and ways to better hand wash their clothes and such.
Yeah.
Nice.
So nothing mystical comes out of it. It's just a quality of life boon to our society.
Sounds good.
Now for quite what happens to our enthusiastic ambassador.
Yeah. So, first of all, I'll probably, we can kind of talk this through. I'll probably take the ambassador if someone else can take the other person involved, because I think he turns up at the door, basically just knocks, is immediately, seized by the soldiers as probably an intruder, and taken before their commander. And so,
Do you want to do a dialogue then?
yeah, probably. That'll
All right.
flow it most easily. So whoever wants to pick that up.
I can do this because I'm the one who set up the.
So
the
now
military camp.
so now I have a feeling that the people that are in the east now know that there are people in the center, and don't want to hurt them.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
So he's
We'll see how
taken in. He's taken into the commander's room.
Yeah.
He is being held firmly by the shoulders on both sides by guards. Just sort of
Yeah, he's not
brought in.
he's not tied to a chair, but you can see this guy is very upset to see that this person is here. It's how'd you get here? This is supposed to be the most remote forest in Tres Rodel.
Well, it's it's a little more remote than our place. I get. Oh, by the way, very nice place you have here. I'm from the settlement in the west. Do you know about that?
Settlement?
Right, there's a settlement. We got away from the war, and we've been doing our best. But I feel like it'd be great if we both did our best together. I've thought it all through, and he sort of like fumbles with this like packet of papers he has in his hands.
There's like a lot of people like not grumbling, but lots of people are just like saying, "What? There's a settlement?"
No idea.
What,
No idea.
What the hell? This is supposed. No one's supposed to be out here. So
Sort of-
you just got like a some sort of hippie commune out to the west.
No, it's just we didn't really want to be part of the war or torn to pieces. So we settled down there, and now we're getting torn to pieces by some deer in the woods, and so you are good at tearing things to pieces. No offense,
Yes.
but we are pretty good at a lot of other things, and I was wondering if we could collaborate on things.
You got me at good at tearing things to pieces. Listen, kid.
Oh, good.
You're proposing some sort of collusion with your small commune. Listen, I would be willing to come to some sort of agreement, but I'm not too sure how much your community can offer back to us. This is a matter of utmost national security, and I'm a little bewildered that there are people out here. If word got out of our operation, it could be a bit of a situation, you understand. So I'm not too happy to see you here. That being said, we are in desperate need of hands right now for a certain project. Gather up some volunteers, and we'll take care of whatever problem you have out in the West.
Great. What project do you folks have?
Let's say it's a bit of hands-on work. I can't get too into the details, but we're looking for younger folk, healthier folk, anyone who can sort of have good vitality.
Lift a pickaxe or two.
Sure. Sure. Thank you very much. He extends his hand in a handshake.
Yes, Gerald. And he summons a guy to go shake your hand for him.
Lewis. He said, "Great. I'll go back and see what we can do. I'll be back in a couple of
My name's not Gerald. That's my handshaker.
Oh, sure.
You can call me the Admiral.
Admiral and Gerald, Lewis. Great. I'll be on my way. He turns around to almost not forget the papers he had. I'll be on my way. Thank you so much again. Which way to? Thank you. Yes. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, well, escort him out. Escort him. Don't let him go find where the bathrooms are or anything. Jesus. All right.
That was great.
That's that.
That was brilliant.
All right.
So, I guess that is decided. We're helping these people. Well, it's almost certain they're gonna they need people to mine the blue stuff, right?
You could assume that. He didn't say that though.
That's
so
true.
Who knows?
I really don't know what it is, but I don't know if you want to disclose that or like.
Anyone can. I have an idea that might come up, but if someone else wants to also resolve that, that could be very interesting.
Sure.
But for now, there's no project tied to that. This is simply just a thing to keep in mind that is happening.
Ah, nice.
Good.
All right.
And now
so
it is
now
Klabs.
my turn. I'm gonna draw the 3 of hearts. Let's see what that entails. Someone new arrives who, or 2 of the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them?
Wow.
Someone new arrives sounds very interesting.
Wow,
but I do, some conflict might be in. I'm gonna do someone new arrives. All right, so they're everyone's kind of getting their things together. Everyone's like working with their new amenities. When a very, very tall man wanders into town, muttering under his breath, and his body is smothered in mushrooms.
Wow.
He's a tattered, strange figure. He's wearing small animal bones on his back, like kind of like to hold his like clothes together, like a scaffold.
Yo.
He looks very big. He almost looks like an Iron Maiden.
Big guy.
He slowly cobbles into town.
Terrifying.
And he sits at the center of town, and he pulls out a very, very decrepit violin and just starts playing. And anyone who gets near him, he does not react, and he just continues to play his violin.
He just keeps on going.
It's kind of
And that is
kinda cool.
the figure that arrives in town.
What is he gonna do?
What's he gonna
I'm
do?
interested. Okay, I'm
Exactly. We'll find out what this guy's deal is.
We have
Man.
created a brand new character.
the Mushroom Man with the violin.
Yes. He's not like a candlesmith mushroom man. He's more
No.
like He's wearing a very strange like suit, but it's covered in like mycelium and mushrooms.
Yeah.
Nice.
Slept in the forest too much.
Slept in the forest, and I was just playing violin.
All right, and I'm gonna start a project because we don't have any projects right now.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna have some people start. Actually, I think I'm gonna save that for summer. I think spring is a good time to just set up our like basic stuff.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Kieran, how long do you think the farms are gonna take?
Oh yeah.
Like 3 weeks.
Okay, so these will be some pretty basic crops, but we'll put that down to 2. How about we start setting up? I want to say like a way to make some clothes.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan.
A place to like repair stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
sounds good.
call it.
Just
We're
a
gonna
nice
have
little...
like Dave's repair shack. This guy really wants to like help out with the community.
Let's
Repairs
go.
I'm gonna
Anything?
say it's actually. I think he's trying to get together all the artisans in the community to have a more concise way to work on things when they break down. So we have like cobblers, we have blacksmiths, we have
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
gear workers. We should have a name for like the version of electrician in this world because everything is like steam and gears.
Steamsmith.
What?
Steamsmith. I like that.
Steamsmith,
We have
that's
some
cool.
steamsmiths.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. And then we'll put like a big gear on top. Boop,
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And I'm going to say this actually takes quite a bit of time because they're going to like maybe start setting up a lot of important machines that might be helpful for a lot of things in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going
Yeah.
to say this takes 5 weeks.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like that will cover up most of the,
As an IT support technician, things do take a lot of time.
Exactly. This is like the universal IT for our community.
Yeah.
All right. And that'll be my turn.
Just a question in between.
Yep.
Like the guy who went over to the Eastern civilization, him coming back is not a project.
No.
But how long will that, take just so we can plan a little better?
They're actually pretty near. It takes a 3 days travel to get 3 days to get there, 3 days to get back, pretty much.
So by White's turn, we will find out more.
Yeah, because he's already back now at this point. So if anyone wants to, like, we could hold a community discussion if you want. That might be a smart way to do that.
Sure, but I will do that as my discussion after my card. So
Yeah, of course,
Sure.
of course.
Yeah.
Let's get your card.
Yeah.
For Nick, you've received the 9 of Hearts,
the 9 of
which
Hearts.
is a charismatic young girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. What is it? Who joins her endeavors? Start a project to reflect? Or a charismatic young girl tries to tempt many into, I'm just going to say, dangerous activity or one of taboo. Why does she do this? How does the community respond?
Okay, so it's either dangerous or
It's a dangerous activity or an elaborate scheme.
elaborate scheme.
It's either daring positive or daring negative.
Yeah, like a taboo practice that could be helpful, or just kind of like a very elaborate idea.
Sure. It's a good question. Or like which one of these will like get the funnier or more interesting story out of it? I was like, I'm gonna be honest. The first thought that jumped to my head, and maybe you guys can elaborate on that, was because I was gonna go back to the deer again because that seemed like a central thing around which some like most problems will come up, and in that case also the most solutions will kind of emerge from. So I don't know, maybe I thought, okay, so there was a child that got, I think we established that last time. A child was basically
Whisked away.
yeah, whisked away is the word. By the deer. And so I don't know, maybe a friend of that child is this charismatic girl, or she knew it, or maybe it was, I don't know, her her child, who knows. And she kind of starts a... Now I'm thinking also, the other thought I have is the guys in the east will also take care of the deer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
something I
fine.
forgot.
You could still do this and be like, I don't trust those guys.
You know what?
We're gonna start our own idea. I have an idea how to do this.
You
It
know
has to
what?
be very silly and elaborate.
In some... this is something I want to set up. The deer, or another one of these deer or whatever of these animals, was spotted to the eastern forest. So I kind of want these people, like this girl and whoever follows her, to go looking for that deer, but also the people in the east, and so they kind of, they find each other there in the future, both looking for this deer, or both having like kind of a similar goal.
Okay.
So,
Here's what I'm gonna recommend something here.
sure.
Because this is part of the fun of this prompt is it's basically she's basically coverted or avoided like the traditional community like discussion council. She's just a very charismatic lady.
Yeah.
So you can kind of make her a bit of a nut, or a bit of someone who's just got crazy, very ambitious ideas.
I see.
So if you want to like do a thing with her, you have the part of this prompt is to make a project involving her. So what would her like plan be to go out east?
That's a good question. Trying to think of something.
I was thinking,
like catching it obviously somehow, right?
Right. So do you have maybe she could set up a very large trap or something?
I think Quite has an idea here.
I was thinking she could she wonders whether or not the person playing the violin could help, or could be the bait or
That's the way
something.
to bring him into this.
Well, the question is, will he talk to them at all?
So that's the elaborate plan. So what's her elaborate plan to get that to happen?
All right. Here's my idea.
Yeah.
They build a platform on wheels, and they put him on the platform, and they pull him with a pulley.
And he just gets
I love
on and
it.
keeps playing, and they're like,
That's
I love it.
Yeah, and they want to
That's
use
funny.
him as like bait or something.
Yep, I think that's great. I couldn't have thought of something better. Does he like just let them move him onto the thing?
They kind of don't.
They just
so
pick
what
him
they
up.
do is they build it underneath him, and then they pull it up. So they're gonna like dig beneath and slowly get the boards together,
Alright.
and like, oh, this guy's really heavy.
So I will draw something like that.
All right, that's very funny.
this weird capybara man, just like totally cool with everything.
Yeah, he's like.
All right, that means I'll go into Kieran.
yes.
Right?
So my
Yes.
Oh,
I think my project's done.
Oh, right. No. Yeah, Nick still has to pick a project, right?
right. So this, like, if this takes away the project part, I obviously
No, you get to do
cannot-
another one. This
Okay,
is a
okay.
freebie.
Ah, I see. Okay, so now I kind of want to expand on the this guy on wheels just looks amazing. So how the what's it called, the ambassador. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like a bass fish.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ambassador. He comes
Ambassador
back. Oh, no,
Louis
he comes
and,
back to the
Admiral.
eastern.
Lewis.
Lewis, right?
Oh, right,
Comes back
Lewis,
to the
right.
eastern colony, guess you call it,
Okay.
and talks to them. So I'm gonna assume he found some volunteers,
Yeah, for sure.
because
for
there
sure.
Yeah.
were a lot, maybe even old. Okay, they got old Pete, but the other guy that came back from the deer situation, I would say he's also one of the volunteers for sure, because he saw it, so he would also be interested in joining that. No, wait, I'm silly. They were the ones who
Those ones that were gone.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
you can
also
just
they're
say
not
some
hunting
young
the
folk.
deer. Either way, some healthy young folk. He got a bunch of them. that are willing to work in order to help their colony, their own. So now I can decide what they do, right?
Yeah, you want to make a project that the military men are a part of?
I think so, right? Like,
Okay, yeah.
if I can decide what they work on is with the knowledge they have about the deer thing, and maybe they also like find out that it may have something to do with the ore they're also getting there. They start to build weapons that utilize this ore and like try to extract its magical properties in order to build some weapons that so first they gotta farm, obviously the get the ore, but also
And I kind of assumed they were doing a lot of this already to at least some extent.
Yes.
no.
So what I'm gonna
So
say,
here we go.
since there's some lost knowledge. They do have these weapons, and I think this is actually very relevant. How long do you think the Mushroom Man project's gonna take?
Good point.
Because we're gonna have to compare these two projects because these are kind of together almost.
The Mushroom Man project only a week because
All right.
the forest is not too far out, and
Okay. So they're gonna just go try and do it.
yeah.
Do you think they're both gonna just like take a week then?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Like, let's say both two. Sorry, let's say two for both because I do kind of want some results out of the because 2 weeks to find the thing is not too difficult, and
Sure.
to build the whole cart that the guy is sitting on.
Yeah.
But for the weapons, I would rather have, I would like those to have, a little more success. So, and that in 1 week, making that in 1 week is pretty unrealistic, I feel.
Well, you can maybe assume they have already made something.
Okay, that's true.
They've
But
made
still, 2
something and
weeks,
they're just
I feel
working
2 weeks
on it.
is nice.
They just need to bug test it.
Sounds good then. We'll do 2 weeks on them, doing the hunt in return for some men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say there's a scarcity of naive, healthy young men.
Because now they're all taken up.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, because Klabs, did you have any specific idea as to what the military folks had in mind?
I do. I did have some ideas when I first introduced them, but we'll see where that ends up.
All right. Have an abundance of zaniness now through that whole situation with the.
We have an abundance.
Zane.
Let's go. The Zane levels
All
are
right.
what's trending.
All right, let's move from that then. I would just draw some of the men with maybe strange blue weapons or something.
Okay, I like that. So they're moving to the west to find the deer too, right?
Yeah. All right. Now let me get the final card for Kieran, which is the Ace of Hearts. So Kieran, what group has the highest status in this community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common?
So this community is based on different people from various parts of the world trying to escape the war, right?
All over. Yep. So there's people from every single conflicting, warring country have come here.
Right.
To Tasradel, which was very notoriously neutral, though apparently not that neutral if we have some weapons factories located out in the remote West Forest.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that there's at least one family from every place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe there is still some structure because these are some people, your languages are different.
Yeah.
You might have different cultural practices. Even if everyone's trying to come together, there's probably still a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a feeling that there's a family from each place, and all the families live together, but everyone in the community still interacts with each other. So it's really not that exclusive. They're all just friends.
For sure.
Mm.
What if I think there might be some older types that kind of work as ambassadors for their cultures to try and ensure that in their community some of their values still are kept. but everyone has some say in it, and everyone kind of discusses and votes upon it.
That's
So
good.
while there is like everyone coming together, there's still some sense of making sure that everyone gets their values kept in the new world.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I draw it, but it's a system that we have now.
How about you draw like a couple weird flags? Just draw some like fake flags.
Yeah.
Some fake flag.
Fake flags.
Just random colors on there. And you'll probably end
Yeah.
up making real actual flags.
It'd be real somehow. I don't know. No flags have like purple or magenta in them just because that dye didn't exist.
Oh, yeah.
back when flags were still being made.
Very true.
All right. And what project would you like to what thing would you like to do? It doesn't have to be a project.
So what are the options? We have a community discussion. We have the
You have a community discussion, discover something, or start a project.
few things we could discuss.
The guy on
The guy on wheels.
the guy on wheels.
You want to have a discussion? Let's do that. That could be
Let's
fun.
let's
I
all
really
just
don't
wonder.
know,
Let's all
but-
just wonder how this guy got here. What they're doing. Why's this guy's been playing the violin? They haven't even taken a break yet.
All right, guys, we gotta talk about this. There's this guy. Does he need food? Does he need water? I don't understand. What are we doing?
I
with
don't
this?
even understand what
Does
you're
he
playing. It
speak?
doesn't sound good.
Does he speak any of our languages?
I haven't heard him say a single word.
Do you know a guy that knows a guy that could talk to this man?
I can't sleep.
No idea.
Why are these crazy people? What are they building? Have they even said a word to him?
Yeah, can we talk about like the gal and like her posse making a cart in the middle of town?
Look, the
I'm
first
just a little uncomfortable with
I
this.
know the first time I did anything about that man, he just locked eyes with me until I left. I don't want. They do what they want to do. I am fine.
He's got like the steeliest gray eyes I've never seen gray eyes that have so much emotion pour out of them.
Get him
I
out!
felt like I was gonna cry. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Get him out!
that's why we built the cart to push him somewhere else.
All right. Now I approve.
So that's the thing, is that they have some sort of big scheme. Whatever. If it gets the person out of here,
He can
that's probably fine. He can go play his fiddle somewhere else.
go play his fiddle to the crazy deer out there.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe the two are just gonna like cancel each other out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
perfect.
It's just we have so many problems.
All right, and
We have so many problems right now. This one could just
Yeah.
sort itself out. Hopefully.
let's hope so. All right, that's the end of that discussion.
That's
That's
it.
funny.
That discussion.
I just wish the man would
and
say
then-
a word.
So true. Kieran, your farm is also finished. Do you want to like come up with a crop?
Hey,
So
Make up a new one. Make up a new one. I want like a
honestly,
completely new.
yeah. Honestly, the best thing I can think of is an in-universe analog to just wheat, or just some
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
that's
grain.
true. That's true.
Not
Okay.
not only is this the only thing I think of, but also so that I can say, let's get this bread.
How about it's like related to like reeds or something?
something that can survive in a pretty marshy area, since that's kind of where they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like reed wheat, and it makes swamp bread.
Oh,
Swamp bread sounds brilliant.
swamp bread. Let's get this bread.
Let's get this swamp bread, guys.
Let's get this
Since
bread.
this is sort of a rainforest, I think they have to maybe like use some of their heat to help keep it like warm. But I think swamp bread is a very good crop just because it probably is really hardy if you can keep it warm, and then
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of nutrition.
Mm.
Sure.
It's a very
Delicious.
nutritious sort of wheat. All right, that's awesome.
Delicious swamp bread. My
In
beloved.
there,
Let's-
just
let's
some
get it.
random blue crops grow.
No,
And my
no.
friends.
Well,
Oh no, that could come up later. That could be very interesting.
Chat,
That could be very
that
interesting.
is the end of spring
oh,
That
here-
is the end of spring.
here
Sure.
in the quiet year.
And that is the sort of chill and the dewdrops finally dry from the leaves. I shall read you a bit of the world's changing as we move forward. In the northern isles, not too far from SRDice, the final gears are tuned on a large alchemical device. 2 men stand in a testing chamber. A platter of grapes sits against a white screen in front of the contraption. A button clicks, but is soon followed by a grating noise. The machine's gears grind harshly as small precision springs fly out like bullets. The room fills with alchemical reagents and impure solutions. The 2 men quickly leave, but as they begin to discuss what went wrong, we see a layer of flesh develop on the construct.
Oh.
That's bad. That's very bad.
A layer of flesh?
It grows on the machine.
Are they summoning a demon?
They're trying to do some alchemy, and maybe it went a little wrong.
Oh, I
Maybe
couldn't
they,
imagine that. Okay.
And our community, for the first time in a month, has received news via carrier pigeon. I think a lot of like carrier birds are still used in this world, because the only reason we stopped using them is because we invented like telegrams and radios, and like I think radios are very rare in this world.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So birds are probably a pretty common like pet still.
Friends.
But we received some news. Although our society is a neutral one, embodying people from around the world, we still are technically within the territory of the Trassadel plutocracy,
Oh no.
which is a country to the east of the continent. They are definitely engaged in this war, though they had attempted to stay neutral.
Mm-hmm.
They have allowed other countries to develop weapons in their land, and have thus now been pulled into this war. They had been using their infrastructure to construct defenses, and as the first wave of invasions arrive at Tressordel, they're repelled with semi-ease. Currently, the continent seems to be in a state of safety.
Cool. Like to hear that.
That is the news our little settlement receives as we enter into summer.
Welcome to summer, gamers.
Welcome to summer.
As we enter summer, our community leaders approach and suggest it is about time we begin developing and discussing ideas for how we are going to survive into the new world. So the first season was focused on sort of setting up our basics. This season should be spent developing. Well, you don't have to, but there should definitely be some development and investment in how we are going to approach surviving. We don't even need to make things yet.
Surviving. Okay, so surviving in the way, like, I guess we're kind of safe from the war still, but
we're safe from the war. But we want to. If it gets bad, we need to. Let's have a community discussion right off the bat once we do. I believe it is Himius Quite's card.
Okay. Was it my turn last?
Yes.
So then it'd be you.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, it's my turn.
If that's
Yeah.
cool with you, Klabs.
I feel like
Was
we
that a
skipped
tactical?
something. Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, that's perfect. Then I don't have to waste someone else's turn.
Yeah.
All right, we're in summer. Now let me draw. I get the 3 of diamonds. Summer is time for production and tending to the earth. Start a project related to food production. We already got that covered.
Nice.
Summer is a time for conquest and the gathering of might. Start a project related to military readiness and conquest. I feel like I'm going to do another food thing because I just don't feel like it's within our community's morals to start a war thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, we have the guys helping us on the east. Kind of.
So
right?
I'm going to say we're going to start trying to we're going to start trying to modify our crops to be more chemically resistant.
Okay.
Good.
Good.
And we're going to use the knowledge of the guy who we think might be purifying our water to kind of help aid in this.
Yeah, he knows a few things
So-
about chemicals.
Yep. We're going to
We know a
build-
guy.
This isn't really going to be a new building as much as they're going to probably use the workshop in the future. So for now, they're just building the tools they're going to use, and then they're going to put them in the workshop once the workshop's done.
Cool.
Good.
That will help the crops.
So we're going to build it over here. We got like regents and like potion vials and alchemy.
Oh, that's what that is.
And
Nice.
yeah.
I see.
Okay. And I think this is going to take a bit of time as well. I think it's going to take longer than finishing the workshop. Because they're going to have to make the materials and then they're going to have to start doing it. So I'm going to say 6 weeks. And I'm going to also take the timer down on the projects. So a lot of things just happened.
Yes.
All right, let's do it one by one.
Okay.
All right, let's first discuss the mushroom man on the cart.
What happened?
Man.
What are they doing with him? What are they doing with our boy?
And then after all this is done, I'll start a
I
community.
probably
discussion.
need to. Okay. This was my thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I kind of, the idea was that this happened simultaneously, so that the
Wait, before you continue,
Yeah.
let's name the brigade that follows the girl, and let's name the girl.
Yes, Alice, charming girl that somehow got a bunch of people to build a I don't know, what is this even like.
A cart. So
cart.
we can probably enunciate. We can do like Alice's, and then come up with some fake word.
That's your part.
We could do that.
I'm the German guy.
Of
Like
Alice.
Alice and the Allies. That's the squad right there.
Alice
Let's
and
just
the
do that.
Allies is great.
All right, and they stand for their own rules.
Yeah.
They don't let anyone get in their way. All right, now let's talk about what Alice and the Allies did with the mushroom violence.
That's also their
Put
band.
that one in the band name folder.
Yeah. So they also started a band. Like some of them also played, guitar. So
They try to like work with.
yeah. So that's will he? Klabss, can I write some story into this guy, or did you have something in mind?
Whichever you prefer. I could easily do a beat off with your idea here if you like, or you can come up with something.
No, I
The
think
Mushroom Man.
if you have something already in mind, I would keep that for you. So it's also a little secret for us what this guy is about.
Okay, then I'm gonna actually say something right here.
Sure.
When everyone starts playing with him, a very big smile creaks across his face, and he starts like picking up the tempo.
Oh,
Nice.
is that all we get?
That's all you get for now, but keep talking and let's see where it goes.
Okay. So Alice and the Allies and Mushroom Man, or is he now part of the band? I guess he is part of the band.
He's part of
He is
the
now
band.
another one of Alice's
He's
allies.
one of he's one of the he's an ally. Shot with trend.
So they start venturing, with their trusty mushroom
Friend.
No, I keep calling him the Mushroom Man. I don't know why. That's just kind of something that's stuck with me now.
How about everyone calls him Stradivari?
Stradivari.
Because he has like a very old like Stradivari violin, but
Sure.
it's in disgusting shape.
Sure. And their cart they built for him. They on the cart is also like a drum kit, and like there's another guy.
They just got like a mobile band.
They got a
Yeah,
mobile
right.
band.
Yep.
Mobile band, and are
Let's
marching
go. They're on
towards
tour.
the forest to, try to attract the deer.
Yeah.
Alice and the Allies on tour.
And some people, are following them because they know exactly what they're doing. Some people just follow because they like the music. Follow them into the woods. And, this happens kind of at the same time as when the military guys from the Eastern
Oh
colony
boy.
They cross
they
paths.
cross paths.
They're about to. They're
So
about
that's
to have
all.
a,
Can you
have an
remove
encounter.
Or was that still 1 week away? No, right?
No, it was on the same.
Oh yeah,
time frame.
they're
Yeah,
the same
good.
time frame.
Well, nice. Okay, so I kind of need to see first. Can I copy this deer somewhere? Now you gotta help me with how this all ends, or how this develops.
All right. You want the collab on this one then?
Somehow yes, Alice and
All
the
right.
allies, and
I will take over a little bit of narrative if that's okay with you then.
yeah, because
Alright.
I'm not sure if I can find like something great off the top of my head here.
That's totally fine. We can totally do this. This is within the spirit of the game.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks.
So the military men and
Can I
the
draw Alice and the allies? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Alice
you should
and
draw
the
them a little, like-
Allies.
Yeah, you should draw it like in front of the military men, so you
Okay.
can like get a nice picture of
Yeah,
how it all works together.
let's go.
I kind of want to draw this like
so-
I want to draw a big picture of this, but no, not right now.
Not right
You
now.
can actually,
Not on
you
the,
really can. Like if you want to like
I want to do it
do
up
a
here.
little circle over here,
Okay.
yeah, and then you can
Yeah.
put like an arrow.
Okay. I like
Yeah. I was about to say not on the Aggie, but what if that was the thumbnail? Except that's not how SRDice works.
that. Where can I not?
All right, so
Alice and the
I'm gonna-
Allies.
while you're drawing this, I will describe what has happened. The military men and Alice and the Allies clash at the southeastward side of the village, kind of near the bottom, and they hear the music approaching. And they're very bewildered, but it's like, all right, these are just the weird hippie people. We don't really care too much. However, it works. Like their music brings the deer. And as we have described before, they've seen this glimmer of the deer, but when we first described it, we said this is a population.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens is the music is roaring, and suddenly you start seeing glows all around in this forest.
Uh-oh.
And some heads start to peek up from the shrubs, and you see 5 antlers.
5?
That's 2.5 deer.
5? Is that a half deer?
Yeah.
In the middle of this procession, you see this enormous, tall, strange deer with a single horn peeking out in the center of its
The
head.
CEO.
And alongside them, you see, of course, these were carnivorous deer, so
Oh, yeah.
some of them were eating some like meat. A little bit horrified, the band continues to play, however, as they are of high spirits.
Alice and the
Uh,
Allies.
Alice and the allies.
They see they see the child, and they see the other soldiers that have been captured. You see the glow and the beauty of these deer instantly try to mesmerize the group. But as they do, this mushroom man lets out a large, hefty laughter, like an old saint.
Ooh.
And his violin echoes through the forest, and you couldn't plug your ears all the way and not hear this strange melody. And you begin to hear this sort of sound resonance. And what we learn here is the way
Why do I hear boss
the way
music?
this deer is controlling people is by using sound. And as the instrument clashes against the deer, suddenly everyone who is under control escapes from the thrall, and the group finds themselves surrounded, now no longer mind controlled by a voracious and angry carnivorous deer.
That's double evil.
I think there is a fight breaks out. However, of course, they are surrounded as this Stradivari continues to just chortle and play his violin, watching and reveling in the fight that is occurring. In the end, I think the 4, the 2 lesser deer that were here get felled, but the great elk with the single horn gets away.
I see.
That's
okay.
fine.
Okay, so I'm like trying to figure out how the heck people hold a violin.
Stuff.
But like,
It's not the
guess-
easiest
you
instrument
know what?
to draw.
In case people do not hold a violin like this, which I'm pretty sure they don't, That's the
Just
way
give, like,
he
a
holds
really
it.
He holds it
weird
really
violin
strangely.
form.
That's totally fine.
He holds it like
He
really
holds it
strange.
backwards across the same shoulder of the arm that's playing it. It's holding it.
Also, he's playing it with like a bone.
Yeah, he's got like a
The
weird
bone,
bone
it's
with
hair.
like human hair on it. It's like his own hair.
Or like mycelium.
Yeah.
It's like really
Yeah,
taut
yeah.
mycelium.
Yeah. But in any case, I'm gonna say we now have 2 of these deer. 2 blue deer.
Perfect.
Killed or like wrangled?
I think they probably got hunted down.
Yeah, they're
I
dead.
think we also lost some soldiers and some of Alice's allies who just got like torn into.
No, the allies.
Not the allies. This will definitely be on their Wikipedia page.
This will affect the trout population, I think.
Some of the military men, I think several people got injured because these things did have like dampening magic. So like as bullets flew, they dampened the air, they dampened people's movement.
Yeah.
So even if they weren't able to use their music to enchant people, they still had some sort of innate powers. And of course, the military men are very, very concerned and interested in this development. But however, they are also extremely upset that they probably lost some of their men too.
Fair.
In any case, that will be the current conclusion. As now there is some sort of knowledge there is this strange one-horned deer. However, it might be a bigger threat in the end. How about this? When they were fighting, it never like got too into the battle. But right when the other like deer got felled, its like horn glue brilliantly, and everyone just got frozen in space as it like galloped away.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And now
Big
I would
deer.
like to hold a community discussion.
Let's do it.
So there is. I think everyone is actually in a little bit of high spirits since they did get some of these deer, and they got the child and the soldiers back.
And
Yeah.
Alice and the allies are holding a charity concert.
Alice and the allies now have like community political power because they went out and like they like risked their lives to do this.
Yeah.
Respect.
Alice and the allies.
Which I think the elders aren't like super pleased with.
Well, sure.
But in any case,
we stan you, Alice and the allies.
I think the elders a little worried at all of this like excitement and these kind of crazy youths now getting like a lot of clout. They want to try and ground everyone for a minute and be like, all right, it was great work. I mean, we got back.
Good
We got
post.
back the child. Little Sammy, and
Excellent argument.
Yeah,
however, I have your IP addresses.
IP address. I know I mean, that's not meant to mean anything. I think it is about time, however, we start focusing a bit more on ideas. We haven't really brainstormed much, other than now we are going to try and make some crops to survive the chemicals. We're not really quite sure how we are going to survive a chemical apocalypse. So I would like everyone to stand around and come up with some ideas. Right off the bat, I was thinking maybe we could transition to a bunker and try to live underground.
Wow, that's a bold, sir. That is, we cannot leave everything behind that we have built up here.
I don't know if we could do that. First of all, we'd have to dig a very big hole.
Well, we did get
as we all know,
shovel.
we're
Wait,
out of
we now
shovels.
have shovels and amenities, don't you know?
I forgot.
Yes,
It makes sense.
nice. Well, we could move our amenities. We could certainly move. We have a few seasons to work with. Perhaps for all we know, the whole place could blow up tomorrow. But things are looking not horrible if we could get a work on this early. I mean, please, if you have any other ideas, this is just one to start with.
A bunker.
One more problem with building a bunker, Your Honor. Where would we keep the crops?
Well, we might
sunlight.
need to develop a new kind of crop, or work with our current crops, find a way to make a new sun.
So what you're saying is, we lock ourselves to one location, and we have backwards progress on like 3 of the things that we just got running, and we do nothing else.
Well, it's...
That sounds like a horrible idea.
All right.
If you ask me.
All right, Naysay, I know you're part of Alice and their allies, and you think you're such hot stuff, but...
Listen, you're just mad because you didn't come up with the idea.
We were going to set more traps, and it was pertinent that we focused on what was necessary at hand. Now, if you don't like my bunker idea, why don't you throw one out there in the ring, kid?
Sure. Okay, so listen, I'll give you this. Protection from chemical, like, I'm no big fan of chemical radiation any more than any of the other of you. But why don't we just make something that's a little more portable? Do it to our houses. Do it to, I don't know, some kind of armor. Like, why do we have to lock ourselves in one place and do nothing?
Some
for the
guy
rest of
shouts
time?
in, "Build it on a cart."
You Alice and the allies, you can't just put everything on a car.
So
Are you proposing we build our protections around the surface?
I mean, our steamsmiths have been making a lot of progress, so we could make something that coats our homes. We can make something that we wear when we go out, both. Something like that.
It's worth considering. All right. Anyone else have any sorts of plans? I have an idea. I think
Go for
I
it.
think we could put ourselves into a painting and live in a fantasy painting.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Yeah, that sounds great, dude.
Wow. Can't believe I heard an idea worse than the bunker.
That seems like a great idea. However, we are people, and paintings are not alive.
Big Jimmy and the Big Jimmy strikes again with his ideas. Oh boy, dang. Right.
Thanks, Big Jimmy.
Thank you, Big Jimmy.
Don't take him, he's just gonna come back.
Yeah, but it's fun to hear his ideas before shooting them down.
Plot twist, we end up doing the painting idea to survive.
And it works! Big Jimmy's a genius.
Super Mario 64, baby.
Big B. Alright, and then I'm gonna... I already procced all this stuff down. Okay, and that was my turn.
That was a great turn.
Any other ideas we wanted to come out of that meeting?
Yeah, if you
We don't
want
necessarily
to...
have to act them out, but...
Yeah, if you want to throw them out here, you definitely can. So far we have bunker, and we have hazmat suits and society and protective material.
I hope it's fine that I'm still drawing this thumbnail.
It'd probably be metal and glass more like.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
But fancy glass.
Yeah,
It doesn't
for sure.
shatter when anything happens to it.
There will always be other times for other ideas, especially since we're going to start doing discoveries, I think, more. We're going to find some more things. We're going to find more projects.
We do need to discover things.
So that'll be my turn as we now move on to Nick.
Hello. I'm still drawing, but that's fine.
Nick from
I will take a little
ScratchRunning.
break from drawing Alice and the Allies.
Alice and the Allies.
All right. You have received the 2 of diamonds.
Sure.
Someone new arrives. Who? Are they in distress? Or someone leaves the community. Who and what are they looking for? And now remember, you don't have to use a named character. You can always just come up with a new thing.
Although I do really like having names for people.
For sure.
It has helped a lot. I feel. But so either somebody new joins or somebody leaves.
And if someone new joins, they are in distress.
Distress. I really want to build something get a new story going here, but
yeah, for sure. You want to
okay, so
new...
tell me again about this. So we're on a continent here. Is that an island? Because you said there was
a continent. We're on the SRDice continent.
And there was another.
What is a continent but a very large island?
That's true.
Anyway.
You know what? Fair.
It's not like a
Plus
huge
2.
continent. It might if I were to draw the world map, this is SRDice.
Yeah.
And then this is other countries kind of near it.
Okay. And those are still
continents.
active in the war?
Yeah, everyone here is warring with each other. These are the Northern Isles. and they're all fighting, and then people are like shipping weapon manufacturers over here without even knowing, maybe. And then we're over here. This is supposed to be a neutral country, but it might, it might be a little less neutral than it was considered.
Because what I'm thinking is, I don't want to bring like all the chaos over here, but I do think this. Oh yes. So we have Vestil and
Sure.
North.
Eastless. Isles.
No.
Um,
Eastless.
um,
I'm actually for the people calling it Eastless for some reason.
the northern Eastless.
The Northern Eastless.
Islas.
I feel like a few communities in here, like sub-communities from their country, like a different country called it Northeast Lace, and they're like, it's Isles, and they're like, sorry.
And we have
We'll call this Kinren. All right.
so this was Tesrodel.
And then this is Tresrodel.
Tresrodel.
And we are here.
Cool. Okay. So I'm saying somebody. I need a name.
Someone.
I need a name. Hold on. It can only be one person, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Since I don't have a name yet, anybody I'm open for suggestions.
Fabio. Fabio.
Fabio.
Yo.
From
Let's go,
North
Fabio.
Isles joins or
Joins the battle.
No, one day this guy comes in to our colony completely by chance, but from this part of the beach here. So he must have come from somewhere here by ship to escape the war situation on North Isles.
Yeah.
His name is
Isles.
Fabio.
I think
Yes.
Islas, I'm pretty sure it's like getting really bad there because that's where they made the machine that got covered in flesh. They're
Perfect.
making like the weird stuff up here.
Can it be one of the scientists?
Ah.
Sure. Yeah.
So okay. So
A lot of scientists having a very bad time in
Oh,
this thing so far.
war probably does not help with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, go for it.
So Fabio, the scientist from North Isles, who worked on that
North
weird alchemy
Isles.
thing, got over here and tried to escape the situation, telling us about the strange. He couldn't take it anymore. And he had to leave. Had to leave his family behind, his other colleagues, and is now talking to us about the situation and what he did.
Northeast less. A
and what he
thread.
did. The thread. The alchemy.
Cool. I think the people from Islas, you should give them like some like cool science, like weird thing that the steamsmiths wear. So very like a very unique weird outfit. If you would be willing to draw that.
Yeah. Hold on. So do the people from Northeast look
Friend.
like?
Northeast less.
I'm like thinking where should I draw this guy?
Maybe they have like kind of coney wizard hats and the
I like
goggles.
that. You know what? There. Is that your?
Yeah.
Is that his? What part is his face?
Big hat. Big
Yes.
friend.
Just kidding.
What is? Oh, those ears.
It's like hat,
Oh,
glasses,
that's great.
nose, mouth.
Oh, it's Ralphie.
So, what was this? Fabio.
Fabio.
Fabio, my man.
It's like a weird sort of like lab coat /
Oh, yeah.
hazmat. Yet they have like a certain kind of like a big coil they put in the hat for some other
Maybe
reason.
it's like the energies. If they get shocked by any of like the chemicals, the idea is it goes through your body and then up out of the hat.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
All right.
All right.
And so
Okay.
the project here, or community, like a discussion, or project, or something new, right?
Yes.
Now the question is, could it be that these people now discover that alchemy is an actual thing? I guess they do, right?
They all could, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
chemistry and alchemy. They kind of see it as one and the same. But when you get a little more magical into the chemistry, that's when things get a little funky. So yeah, I guess Fabio could explain some of the things they learned in the Northern Isles.
Okay. I think that's the best thing
I
we
like
can get
that.
from this then.
All right.
Fabio. I like the funny little alchemist man.
Yes. All right.
I like
With
building
that-
characters, even though they're all gonna die. Rest in peace.
Oh no,
Alice.
they won't necessarily. Fabio could become like a grandparent to your character in the new game.
Love it.
Like that kind of
Love
thing
it.
can happen.
Fabio.
The,
So
the
already-
only thing, the reason I said no name character, I meant like don't have it like. And now Pete leaves the community. I was
I
like,
see.
all right, we should develop a new character. So
Yeah,
Fabio's
I
great.
see.
That's a great addition.
I'm already waiting for the bard character in our D&D campaign whose grandmother was Alice.
All right,
Alice.
let's.
I've changed the name of the group chat to Alice and the
Alright, Let's
Allies,
do one more card.
and I don't know why, because none of us are called
Can
Alice.
I just say I gotta leave after my round here.
Oh, okay, then
So,
I was gonna say we do one more, but that's fine.
I'm sorry.
Let's do this. Will be the last one.
That
I
works.
was thinking we should start wrapping this up soon. So, thank you guys for listening to the second episode of SRDice.
Woo!
It's been a good
good one.
episode.
I hope you enjoyed it. It seems like we're definitely getting more on the sort of track, getting the groove of things.
Yeah,
But I'll see you all.
I feel like I've actually done something
Yeah,
in this
I
episode.
think the crops will be very
Absolutely.
helpful for what is to come.
This will positively impact
The trout population.
where are we? Yeah,
The-
from Tresrodel.
Trillian trout population. So, thank you all for listening, and the recording
Thank you all for listening.
has now stopped.